The sneak peeks will start very soon, but first we have to talk about the coupon drama. So a bunch of people have been receiving 200 crystal coupon codes in their email. Now they're only receiving one coupon code each, but it's a 3,000 day celebration thank you coupon, and it's for 200 crystals, and it's a unique code that you put in the game like you do with any other coupon code, and it's basically the same as the 300 crystal coupon codes that the star creators give out in batches of 10 or 20 every month. However, some players, myself included, have not received these coupon codes. So some people are speculating that it's because, well, it actually says here at the bottom, this email has been sent to agents who have participated in the 2023 8-year pre-registration event. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I did not participate in that event, so yeah, I don't know. It's down here. I don't know if you guys can read that. It's kind of small text, but yeah. So I don't know. Check your email. Check whatever email you usually get MFF updates and MFF ads for. But yeah, it's one coupon per account, so everybody's only getting one if you're getting one at all. And you can't use multiple coupons on the same account, and you also can't use the same coupon on multiple accounts. So yeah, kudos to the people who got 200 crystals. Bummer for the rest of us who didn't get it, but yeah. Also, if you're on Apple, you're probably wondering, how do I put in this coupon code? Because Apple doesn't allow coupon codes to be used in their apps. You have to go to that. It's like a Netmarble website where you punch in your player ID and you punch in the coupon code and you press enter, and then it sends it to your inbox. So you can still take advantage of this if you're on Apple. Don't think that it's Android only. But yeah, I wanted to start the video with this so that people are aware of it and they check their emails. Now, moving on to the sneak peeks. They're going to be dropping tonight, I believe. But we already got a little bit of a surprise here with the clue, with the following clue. It's a bit of a word salad, but let's check it out. The battle of guardians who came across time to fight against the supervillains who have invaded the kingdom begins. It's pretty bad. It was definitely written in Korean, and then it was translated, and it wasn't. And I don't know if it was just run through a translation app, but yeah. So the battle of guardians who came across time and supervillains who invaded the kingdom. Those are the sort of the two factions we're looking at. Guardians who came across time and supervillains who invaded the kingdom. And so that battle between those two factions is going to happen. By the way, if you're wondering where the sneak peek is, it is on the post on the forum for the July update preparation event. And it's got all the stuff, you know, Odin's Blessing combined chance up, ISO 8 discount. And if you go in-game and you go over to the token, you can see the pre-update token event is already here. And it is a sort of white, blue, or sort of like silver, light blue color palette. Now, Guardians who came across time. We're going to try to decipher this here. Immediately, everyone's first guess for the Guardians who came across time is the Fantastic Four. 100%, absolutely. I don't know why they've got Sue Storm looking like this, but yeah, it is what it is. Looking like inverted popsicles. Basically, one of the most notable time-traveling groups in all of comics, right? The Fantastic Four. They're constantly bouncing around. However, a lot of people are stuck on the fact that it says Guardians. So a lot of people are also speculating that it's possible we are going to see another Guardians update. Now, it wouldn't be another Guardians update to give Star-Lord another uniform, but it would be to upgrade the rest of the characters that you see here. Right? And we know that they have also time traveled in their adventures. So you got Darkhawk, you got Gladiator, you've got Cosmic Ghost Rider, maybe not Cosmic Ghost Rider, but Beta Ray Bill, Phi Lavelle, and the Novas, potentially at least just Big Nova. I can't remember Big Nova's name now. Richard Rider, yeah, Dick Rider, right? Cock Rider. Okay. Anyways. So some people are suspecting that it's going to be a Guardian, or some people are sort of guessing that it could be a Guardians update. And sure, it could be. They could even include Nebula here, because as you can see, she's part of the list to unlock a Gladiator. So they could be giving Nebula an upgrade as well, because they just gave her Transcendence. I find it a bit unlikely, to be honest with you, but that's just me. I certainly don't think they're going to give the actual Guardians of the Galaxy another uniform just 2 months later, or like not even 2 months later. So, obviously they're off the board, but I also don't think that the other Guardians make for an interesting enough update. Frankly, I think there's just not enough interesting characters there. However, I think the Fantastic Four is a really good option. I genuinely think this is one that makes sense, and it also fits with the villain. So it says the supervillains who have invaded the kingdom. Now, it's unclear here. The supervillains invading the kingdom, they're not necessarily traveling across time, but a lot of people have sort of mixed those two ideas together, and they're thinking that this has to do with Kang. Now, Kang is one of the primary villains for the Fantastic Four, so this fits perfectly with them if you're going to speculate on that. And we know that they're going to need to drop Kang as a playable character soon because we got his World Boss Legend. So with Kang coming soon, and with the sneak peek mentioning time travel and traveling across time, putting Kang and the Fantastic Four together seems like a no-brainer. However, they also said supervillains, so this could be a group of supervillains, and Kang doesn't really work well in a group. He doesn't really have a group of like a squad with him. It could be multiple Kangs, but again, I doubt it. Some people, however, have said, with some accuracy here, Doctor Doom. Now, why Doctor Doom? Well, one, Doctor Doom also dabbles in time travel. He also is a main antagonist of the Fantastic Four, so he's got both of those things checked. And the one thing that Doctor Doom has that some of these others don't have is he has a kingdom, right? Doctor Doom rules over the country or the kingdom of Latveria, right? So there is a kingdom, and if he's invading the kingdom, if he's sort of conquering it for the first time, that could sort of be the supervillain who's invading the kingdom to sort of take his rightful place on the throne as the king of Latveria, right? As the ruler of Latveria. So I can see some connection there. It's obviously just my interpretation of this translation. I don't know how reliable this translation is, so I think maybe there's another way to interpret it. So rather than focusing on supervillains who have invaded the kingdom, because this is worded really strangely, I wanted to focus on the Guardians who came across time. And rather than time travel, I thought it might be interesting to go in a different direction. And the direction I went in is, again, Avengers 1 million BC. Now, I know I've made a video on this particular update before, and it never happened. So I get it at this point, right? I'm 0 for 1, and I'm going to be batting 0 for 2 here. But hear me out. They're not so much traveling across time as they are sort of a snapshot of things back in time, right? So it doesn't really fit that well. But then I was thinking about it from the other perspective. Okay, it sort of fits in the sense that, like, we travel back in time in order to see these superheroes, okay? And then they could just be, you could very loosely protecting the kingdom of, like, whatever the planet they're living, the planet they're on, Earth, whatever, right? I think they're on Earth anyways. But the point I'm trying to make here is there's a lot of opportunities for cool tier 4s here and new characters. Now, here is where I think some of the other ideas have a hole. Like, for example, with the Fantastic Four, if they're going to be dropping one new character, who's going to be the new character? We already have Doctor Doom. Kang could be the new character, I guess. But other than Kang, we don't have anyone else needed on the Fantastic Four. I guess they could go with Iron Lad potentially, but we already have Doom. We already have Victorious. There's not a lot there. However, here we got Starbrand. We got Agamotto. We got multiple, potential new characters, as well as really cool upgrades for existing tier 3s. Ghost Rider could get a massively cool tier 3. Odin could get a massively cool, tier 4. Ghost Rider, Odin, Iron Fist, right? Black Panther, So I see this one potentially. It's a bit of a reach, but I like it because outside of Kang, if there's going to be a new character, I don't see it happening from any of these other options, but I do see them being able to, do this. And, as much as it might be scary, they could also do like a part 1 now, and then a year later they could do a part 2, and they could re-up and give Jean a new uniform, and stuff like that. It sort of opens them up to coming back to this update if it's popular, right? So I know it's a bit of a stretch. It's kind of a massive stretch, but I just wanted to throw this one out there because otherwise there's not a lot of good options besides Fantastic Four, Kang, Doom, and then potentially the other Guardians being sort of related to the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I find that one kind of hard to believe just because they're not the most popular group despite having an epic quest, and we've already gotten a Guardians update really recently, so it would be a little bit too repetitive, in my opinion. And I don't think the devs want to do something like that unless it's like very heavily thematic and connected, like something like Spider-Verse. But Spider-Verse is way more popular than Guardians of the Galaxy, so I don't think it really is worth the comparison. But yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the sort of pre-sneak peek teaser. What do you think this could be referring to? Am I way off base with Avengers 1,000,000 BC? And if so, what do you think is going to happen? Thank you so much for watching. Smash the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.